Next I'm going to show you how to make the body. This part is pretty easy. I'm going to use my white yarn and I'm just going to make a magic circle with 6 stitches of single crochet total. Then I'm going to increase for a few rows. First, increase every stitch. Then increase every second stitch. Then every third stitch. And finally increase every fourth stitch. Now I'm going to continue to single crochet for 7 more rows without increasing. So I've gotten to the end of 7 more rows, so I'm going to add a little bit of fiber fill. Now I'm going to start to decrease. In this row I'm going to decrease every 4th stitch. In the next, I'll decrease every 3rd stitch, then every 2nd stitch. And finally, I'll decrease every stitch of the row. Then slip stitch to the first stitch of the row, and cut off my yarn. And once again I'm going to leave a long tail to attach the body and the head. And now I'm going to add a little bit more fill. Finally, I'm going to show you how to make the circles that go all around the body. You're going to need to make 6 of these. First, using my gray yarn, I'm going to create another magic circle. Into that circle, pull up a loop and chain 2. And that chain will count as my first stitch. I want a total of 6 stitches, so I'm going to single crochet 5 more times in my circle. Then I'm going to close the circle just like I did for the other pieces. And then I'm going to find the chain that I made that counted as the first stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch into that chain and cut off my yarn. Then I'm going to pull the tail to the back of the work. Next I'm going to use white. I'm going to pull up a loop at that first stitch in the back loop. I'm going to increase every stitch of this row, and every second white stitch I'm going to switch colors and use my orange yarn to single crochet 1 stitch then change back to white. So first I'm going to chain 2, and that will count as my first stitch. Then back into the same stitch, I'm going to single crochet, but I'm going to pull up my loop and leave that stitch open. Then I'm going to take my orange yarn and finish that stitch. Then I'm going to pull up a loop in the next stitch and leave that open. And finish that stitch with my white yarn. Then back into the same stitch, I'm going to single crochet using my white yarn. And into the next stitch, I'm going to do one white stitch and leave it open, then finish that stitch using orange. Then into the same stitch, I'm going to pull up a loop of orange and change colors back to white. And I'm going to continue to increase every stitch and to do every third stitch in orange until the last stitch of the row. So I've gotten to the last stitch of my row, and I've pulled up my orange loop, but this time I'm not going to switch colors, so I'm going to finish that stitch using orange. Then I'm going to continue using orange, and this time I'm going to increase every second stitch. So I've gotten to the end of my row. Now I'm just going to slip stitch to the first stitch of the row and cut off my yarn. And I'm going to leave a long tail so I can sew all these circles to the body. Now I just need to make 5 more. So as you can see, I've finished making my 6 circles to sew to the body. Now I'm just going to use some pins to mark where I want the circles to go. I'm going to put one on the front middle, and one on the back middle. Then I'm going to place one on each side, slightly higher, between the 2 I've already placed. Then I'm going to put the remaining 2 slightly lower. And then I'm just going to sew these down. And now to join the head and the neck, I'm going to take my 2 wooden beads and my piece of dowel stick. I've already measured and cut my stick to be a little bit longer than double the length of the bead. So I'm just going to place my dowel in the hole of the bead, and hammer it down until it reaches the bottom of the bead. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So that I have these two beads with a bit of stick in the middle. And I'm going to put that aside for now. Next I'm going to take the head that I made, turn it over to the bottom, and you could do this by sewing too, it's really up to you, but I'm just going to loosely weave the end through the tops of each stitch. Then I'm going to slip one of the wooden beads into the hole at the bottom of the head. Then pull on my tail until the hole tightens around the dowel. And now I'm going to sew this end in to secure it. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the body. So loosely weave the end through the tops of each stitch. Then slip the other wooden bead into that hole. This one will be a little trickier because it already is attached to the head. And now that the bead is in place, I'm going to pull on the tail until the hole tightens around the dowel. And now the head is attached and can circle around and move. And now I just need to sew in the end. And now BB-8 is done. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or share it on social media. You can also find me on Facebook and Tumblr, and if you would like to support me in making new videos in the future, please consider donating to my Patreon page. All my links are in the description below. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, subscribe to Fairy Rings on YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Bye!